We've also learned the name of the 90-year-old victim of a Sunday afternoon fire in Rockford. Valerie Guyer was a resident of the home in the 2800 block of Huntington Parkway. When fire crews got there just before 6, they were told someone was still possibly inside the home. During the search, they found Guyer, but life-saving measures were unsuccessful. The fire is believed to be accidental, causing about $135,000 in damage.